What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an Arsenal inventory update to do for you guys. Vinyl this time, and this is going to be another dual artist showcase video. The last time I did something of this variety was way earlier in the year when I did a collection update video talking about releases from the bands Absu and Sarcophago. I wanted to do another video of this variety, but I wanted to talk about two different types of bands. One of the heaviest death metal bands on the face of the planet, and one of the most iconic Teutonic thrash metal bands to ever come out of Europe. And the first band I'm going to be talking to you about is, of course, Cyanide. They're based out of Illinois, and they are a hallmark band in the death metal underground. Some of the heaviest, doomiest, most crushing music you will ever hear in your entire life. So legendary, so consistent, very awesome discography, and just a lot of great heritage to come from the metal underground. I have three releases I'm going to be talking to you about here, and the first one I'm going to talk to you about is something that I happen to come across locally here in San Antonio via that bookstore or whatever that I always tell you about. But anyway, this is Cyanide with Gods of Death. This was the last full-length album that they put out back in 2011, and honestly, from the minute you hear Desecration Storm to songs like Rising of the Beast to Terrorstrikes, it's just incredible that all this time later, a band like Cyanide would invoke such incredible heaviness in their music. Just great vocals, great riffs, great presentation. There's a great old school vibe and feeling behind a record like Gods of Death, and I still think this album holds up quite well and is very much worth listening to. There is a lot of heaviness, and this album is proof that Cyanide still have it. They still got it going, and they are still the very best at what they do. So yeah. Front cover, spot gloss gatefold here, very nice artwork. Back cover, gatefold, shows the full artwork in detail. Opposite side, band photo, lyrics and credits and all that stuff. Like this little symbol that they put right here, very cool. Comes with a poster. Once again, it's a sideways kind of poster, so you have the full artwork in detail here. Very, very nicely done. I'm going to put the poster back in the gatefold here. And the vinyl color is pretty cool too. This comes on a purple vinyl. Very nice purple vinyl. You have the A side, and you have the B side. Very good looking stuff here, and very good sounding stuff too, so very lucky to have found this locally, so yeah. If you want to check out the current goodness of Cyanide, check out their most recent full length of Gods of Death. Going backwards into Cyanide's discography, we're going to be talking about an album that recently got reissued through Hell's Headbangers, and I had the honor and privilege of getting to see this band play this album live in its entirety at Hell's Head Bash Part 2 last year. I mean, there were a lot of great, memorable bands to be heard and seen at that first day of the fest, but to me, this band and this album was proof that they were the heaviest band to play that day of Hell's Head Bash. This is Death, Doom, and Destruction. This album came out originally in 1997, and honestly, this was the band continuing on with the crushing, heavy aspect of their sounds. They instilled it with albums like The Dying Truth and A Descent into Hell, but once they came out with Death, Doom, and Destruction, set the whole world on fire with a release like that. I mean, some incredibly catchy, memorable songs to be heard on here, like Rage War, Metal Never Bends, The Power to Destroy. This is just incredibly crushing. And if I'm not mistaken, one of the guitar players that was on this album is currently in the band Commanded. So it was a pretty awesome sight to see him play with the rest of the guys in Cyanide for that one-off front-to-back performing of this album. But anyway, this is such a very cool vinyl package, and definitely worth it for the price and the presentation. Very thick little slipcase here. Brand new redone artwork. I believe Putrid Matt did this artwork. He's always making great art, guys. But yeah, very badass here. Back cover, I like this Grim Reaper sort of figure here. This comes with Death, Doom, and Destruction and a second record that has both the Truth 7-inch and the Rage War 1996 demo. Very cool little finds to be heard on here, but I'm going to take out one record at a time here because I think the quality on all of this is incredible. But yeah, here you have Death, Doom, and Destruction, iconic album cover art, back cover with the track listing and band members. You have a lyric sheet. I mean, I love singing along to Metal Never Bends. I love the lyrics on that song. That's just a very metal-inspired sort of song there. Other side with more lyrics and stuff. And slip that back in here. Comes on a gold vinyl. Yeah, very gorgeous gold vinyl color. I mean, if you see it in person, it kind of has a translucent sort of feeling to it. You can kind of see right through it. It may not look like it, but you can see clearly through it if you're in a lighter sort of setting. But I think this is a really cool gold vinyl color. Definitely bang up job done on here. And you have this other LP, which is the Truth 7-inch on this side, and the Rage War 1996 demo. Another sheet with credits, photos, and information. They do the cover of the Truth by Master Justice here, I would say. And it comes on a silver vinyl. The Truth on this side, Rage War on this side. Very, very excellent stuff here. Let me get the vinyl back in the sleeve here. Sorry about that. And by the way, we're listening to The Dying Truth as we speak right now. I would love to come across that record on vinyl sometime, so hopefully one day I do. But until then, it's cool to have what I currently have of this band, so yeah. Excellent package done here for Death, Doom, and Destruction. And the last Cyanide record I'm going to show you is something that I got from a good friend of mine, and I guess this is a little hard to come across nowadays, so I'm feeling very fortunate to have it. This is the second Cyanide album, Descent into Hell. I believe this was released in 1994. This was a reissue done by The Crypt. Now, of course, you know The Crypt does tremendous jobs with vinyl CD reissues, putting high emphasis in quality and detail, and I think they did a wonderful job here with A Descent into Hell. I mean, from the presentation to the sound quality to the overall looks of things, I think it's just so fucking killer. But aside from the looks and presentation of this record, the music itself, the album, is fucking incredible. I mean, they really stepped up things musically and creatively with a record like A Descent into Hell. I mean, songs like the Luciferian Twilight, Gates of Slumber, even the Slaughter cover that's on here, I think it's fucking badass. There's also a Cyanide Kills demo from 1994 included as a bonus LP, so I think they really did a bang-up job with this. But anyway, front cover, very good job done here. Back cover, track listing and stuff. This is hand numbered. Mine is number 132 out of 666 copies. This is a triple gatefold, so this is pretty elaborate to look at. You got band photos, credits, more band photos and old pictures and stuff. And all the vinyl colors are the same, except for maybe the labels. And it comes on, all of them come on a gold vinyl with black splatter. Really gorgeous here. You have the guys on the middle here. Seriously badass job done here. May as well show you the Cyanide Kills because I think I really dig the labeling on this one. Cyanide Kills. Yeah. Old school as old school gets. And as per the usual with The Crypt, you get a gigantic poster. Seriously gigantic poster here. Yeah, you have the guys on the bottom, album cover art right here. Yeah, gigantic poster. But yeah, seriously honored to own this. A Descent into Hell by Cyanide. This is so fucking good. From one heavy band to another heavy band, we're going to talk about Sodom now. Of course, if you're a fan of thrash metal, Sodom need no introduction. These guys are undisputedly one of the pioneers of the teutonic thrash metal style, among bands like Creator, Destruction, so many other German thrash metal bands to think of, but Sodom are definitely a highlight for me. I mean, I love how this band somewhat evolved over the years. They had that really in-depth black metal inspired speed metal approach in their first couple of releases, and then they slowly transitioned into a more traditional thrash metal sort of sound. And I believe the label Wax Maniacs recently put out a bunch of reissues of this band's earlier material, and I believe that the only thing I want to really get from them is In the Sign of Evil, because In the Sign of Evil has some of the very best Sodom material, in my honest, humble opinion. But anyway, speaking of Wax Maniacs, let's talk about this first reissue that they came out with. This is Obsessed by Cruelty by Sodom. This is their classic 1986 debut full-length. And what's interesting about this reissue is that this comes with two different versions of the album. The US version that was put out through Metal Blade Records, and the German version that was put out through Steamhammer. Both versions are very different in quality. One is a little bit more polished, the other is a little bit raw in production value. I enjoy both versions of this album, but I would have to say the German version is the superior version. A lot more raw, a lot more crazier. And I believe this album kept on with what the In the Sign of Evil EP was doing with their sort of blasphemous sort of speed metal approach going for them. Really transcending their thrash sound very well here. But I think this is an amazing debut album, and I really love the earlier era of Sodom. I mean, Sodom are still pretty solid nowadays, but early Sodom is where it's at for me. I think that's their best material. But anyway, front cover, iconic album cover here. Back cover, US, German, band photo, more credits. Lovely gatefold here. Band photos and the Sodom logo. Very nicely done. You got a lyric sheet. Classic photos and credits. Very nicely done here. Oh, fuck it. Came with this nifty little old school photo postcard thing or whatever. Questions and information. Classic Sodom shit. And the vinyl colors are pretty cool here. I got the Cemetery Mist variant. 180 gram vinyl. So you have the Metal Blade logo mock-up by Wax Maniacs. Very good job here, and I think the sound quality is ace. And you have this other one here, which is the Steamhammer mock-up by Wax Maniacs. Beautiful vinyl color and great sound too. So I'm seriously thrilled to have this this version of Obsessed by Cruelty. But yeah, if you haven't happened to come across it however the hell you can. This is fucking great stuff. And we have another Wax Maniacs reissue that got recently put out. This is Persecution Mania, their 1987 album. This is where they began to morph a little more towards their thrashy sound. And you heard it amongst the opening notes of One Nuclear Winter to the Motorhead cover Iron Fist. And then you have songs like Enchanted Land, Procession to Golgotha, Bombenhagel. It's fucking incredible. I love this album so much, and I still think that this is a very widely respected thrash metal record, one of the very best of all time. And this album, this reissue came with the Expulsive Sodomy EP, which has my favorite Sodom song of all time with Sodomy and Lust. I love that song so damn much, and I'm happy to hear this in a vinyl format. But bang up job here with the sound quality. Everything is ace about this. Even the album cover, the remastering job. I fucking love it. But anyway, front cover, iconic album cover here. Back cover, track listing and credits. Similar gatefold to the previous Sodom reissue with the Sodom logo all big and band photos. Lyric sheet, band photo. Excellent stuff. And I missed out on the color variants, but I was able to get the standard black vinyl version, which is ace quality. It sounds really awesome. Stick everything back in here real quick. And you have the Expulsive Sodomy record, which is, of course, the Steamhammer mock-up. Once again, very nice job done here. But, yeah, this is a great reissue. But it's nothing compared to what I'm about to show you guys last. I did a little deal with my friend Tomas from Morbosidad. He was getting rid of some doubles of some albums he already had. and I would say that I hit the jackpot when it came to getting this. What I showed you guys was the reissue, but this is one of the real deals. This is once again Persecution Mania by Sodom, but this is an original 1987 Steam Hammer Records pressing. It's not the first press, but I want to say it was one of the later editions. But considering how long ago this came out, I would say this held the test of time. I mean, the jacket's seen better days, but I think the music sounds really awesome. And once again, I think this is an album that is very much well lauded and well respected. I think it really sounds fantastic. Show you a little side-by-side comparison here. Of course, the artwork on the reissue is a little clearer. This is more of a more darker, more original sort of shade. Backs of both of these. Yeah, back cover, front cover. You have the original printed inner sleeve. Yeah, classic Sodom, lyrics and stuff. And of course the classic black vinyl, which has seen better days, but still plays very good. It felt really awesome to hear Nuclear Winter and the Iron Fist cover on vinyl on this variant. But this is so fucking cool. I'm very honored to have this in my collection, and I'm glad I didn't have to pay an arm and a leg for it, which I know a lot of people would for certain reissues of certain bands, but yeah. Persecution Mania is fucking excellent, and so is the rest of Sodom's classic early stuff. But yeah, that's it. I'm going to conclude this video. I'll leave you some links to some selected tracks from all the albums that I mentioned to you in this video today. Do you guys happen to own any of these releases? Definitely let me know what you think, and if you have any favorite songs from them, or if any of you guys are into Cyanide or Sodom, definitely let me know what you think. I'm going to conclude this video. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel, and until the next time, Miho out.